My childhood was adventurous, to say the least. My dad was really good at what he did, so we moved every 2 years, starting DC, Baltimore, New York, Detroit, Memphis, Nashville, Tampa, Birmingham, Atlanta, Asheville, and finally settling in South Carolina. What did that teach me? As a kid, I was resilient. I was adaptable. I learned how to fit in. That all worked really well until it came to a screeching halt when I got my first job as a tenure track professor down the road at Loyola University, New Orleans, in the College of Business. So what did I do? I tried to fit in. I looked around at all the people around me that were successful, and they were all much, much older, and they were kind of military drill sergeants. So I became a mini dictator in the classroom. And guess what? My apologies for anybody who had to sit in my classroom 20 years ago because I was awful. And this was me at the end of every semester when the student evaluations came in. I cried every semester because guess what? They got it right. I was awful. Why was I awful? Because I was disconnected with myself and I was trying to be somebody else and I wasn't willing to take the risk to be authentic. But when I finally took that risk, and it took me years, I wish to say it took me minutes, it took me years to finally come to terms with, okay, who in the heck am I? What are my gifts? How do I lean in with my authenticity? Once I did that, the good news is my career took off. The bad news for all of us is we are in an era of disconnection and it is killing us, literally. 60% increase in early premature deaths. Unbelievable. 50% increase in dementia. 30% increase in heart disease and strokes. So guess what, people? We've got a big problem. That is why I'm on a mission to help leaders drive connection to drive results. And Sally knows that. I'm seriously on a mission. I've dedicated my life to this. Why? Because I'm an executive coach and I see what's out there and there are seismic shifts everywhere. The good news for all of us is most of these seismic shifts are positive. Jerk bosses out, no more, right? Perfectionism out, culture of fear out, toxic environments out. What we need is we need cultures of connection. But what in the world does that look like, sound like, feel like? In all of my research, I want you to think about a time when you really felt connected with somebody. I bet you felt seen, heard, valued, respected, and appreciated. It's 5 dimensions. Okay? What does this mean? I need a shake, a head nod from everybody in this room. I'm assuming we're all on the same page. What are we trying to do here? We're trying to attract, we're trying to retain an engaged and productive workforce. Yes, head nod, right? I'm going to show you how in 3 easy steps, and it starts with concentric circles. So at the core, you heard my journey, connection with self. I'm going to give you 3 tips of how you can better connect with yourself and then better connect with your team and your organization so that we can all be a part of this movement of connection. Ready? Okay, connection with self. I want you to own your story. And more importantly, I want you to lean in with your authentic gifts. I want you to give up perfection. And guess what? Guess what I want you to do tomorrow? I want you to ask about the people's stories that you work with. Stories are powerful. Okay, connection with self. Number 2, connection with team. You can only connect with others if you connect with yourself, right? We need to reinvent meetings. So here's what I want you to do. Sally and I were actually a part of a meeting together at Ochsner with the best personal question yet by the CEO, Pete November. He went around and asked all of us what our favorite Thanksgiving meal was. And that just allowed us to be people and human, and I strongly encourage you to do that. So you need to connect with your team by beginning meetings with questions. I want you to get out and do connection walks because guess what? Zoom zombie is real. Sitting is the new smoking. We have to get up more. We have to move our bodies and we have to engage face to face if you can over coffee. So do the meetings differently. Finally, the largest level of connection is connection with your organization. I want you to think about as HR professionals, how you interview, how you conduct your performance appraisals and what your engagement initiatives are. And I want you to engage more meaningful connection. So what does that mean? Ask more meaningful, questions in your conversations. Don't just make it one way. Do more frequent informal performance appraisals. Bring back gratitude huddles, holiday parties. Thanksgiving treats. Do things that are positive, that add laughter and levity into the workforce. Because guess what? I am here to tell you, I am confident that building connections will transform your organizations, your workforce. Why? Because connection drives results. Thank you so much.